Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Do you have a tattoo that you wished you could change? Now you can. Here to show us some amazing body art transformations, we welcome tattoo artist Kelly Taylor. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
You have some truly incredible transformations to show us. And I was just asking you how often folks come in and say, I need a tattoo transformation, and it's pretty often.
All the time,
Okay.
yeah. I would say every week I get at least 1 or 2 emails asking for a cover-up.
They're there for our whole lifetime, so maybe you weren't in the same place that you were when you first got that adorable tattoo.
Exactly.
Let's go through some before and afters that you've shared with us. I'm trying to remember what the first example is. Maybe this turtle on the left. Can you tell me a bit about this story?
Yeah, so I actually did this when I was doing a guest spot in Philadelphia.
Okay.
This person had this tattoo since they were 18. A lot of people that want cover-ups.
18.
Yeah. Yeah. Something they got when they were 18, they no longer resonate with it. They just kind of want to put it in the past.
And look at this gorgeous floral design. So was this something that the client came to you and was thinking of?
She just wanted a lot of flowers.
Okay.
That's pretty much all she knew. She gave me some colors that she liked and just kind of went from there. Chose certain flowers that I knew would cover up the old design.
Yeah, the colors are just so gorgeous. And I think our next example is going to be something along the ankle where it was a floral design originally, and you're kind of updating it and bringing new life with all that color too, right?
Yeah, this would be considered a rework and not a cover-up. So if someone still likes the design, maybe it still has meaning to them, but they just want to bring it back to life, then I can go in and add some fresh color.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That it can still be kind of based on the original, but just zhuzhed up a bit for
Absolutely.
a new decade or a new phase of
Yeah.
life or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our next example here and see. Okay, so is that a hydrangea there?
It is, yes.
So you've just sort of extended it and made it even cooler.
Yeah, this one, the client was not happy with the artwork of the original design. She wanted it to look a little more realistic. And when you're doing a rework or a cover-up, it helps if you can make the design larger than the original, because it helps draw the eye away from the thing that you're covering and gives you more to look at.
Yeah, and you get to add even more detail, and maybe something that's significant to their life now becomes a part of the design. Okay, let's see what else we have to look at here. We have so many gorgeous before and afters. Okay, I see a lot of these teeny tiny tattoos. Is that a little flower that it was originally?
Like a little daisy.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes people, for their first tattoo, they're afraid to go big, so they'll get something really small just to test it out. But over time, when you tattoo something that's too small, it just doesn't last very well.
Right,
The lines
that
will blur
detail,
together.
exactly. You're not going to have that same level of the fine lines that you did on
Right.
day one.
Right.
What are some things that you kind of consult with people when they are coming in for like a first tattoo to kind of avoid maybe a regretful situation later on?
Making sure that the design is big enough. I know tiny tattoos are in, but
So
you just
popular,
have to
yeah.
make sure that your lines are spaced out enough so in 20 years it's still going to be looking nice.
Sure.
And just making sure that it's a design that can stand the test of time. Like flowers are always going to look pretty.
True.
Sometimes if people want, like a band logo or something, they may grow out of that later and regret it.
We have another example to show that involves some writing. So let's see here how wow, this is such a huge transformation. Tell me about what was originally there.
That said right now, this I believe was done by the client's friend at their house, so it was not really a professional setting. Just something that they were embarrassed about and wanted to put behind them.
Sure.
And they had a love of blackberries and wildflowers, and I was like, well, perfect, let's cover that up.
It's really incredible when you see the second photo, the after, that there's just absolutely no inkling of what was there before. Are people surprised with how just beautiful the cover-up can look?
Yeah, they're always shocked, and I get to feel like a bit of a magician, Now it's here, now it's not. A little
That
bit
is
of
amazing.
Tattoo magic.
Okay, here's another one here. That's such a cute little smiling, is it a sunflower or a daisy? And it's like a grown-up sunflower, the after version.
That's a funny one. This one, she told me that when she went in to get this tattoo, she asked for a realistic sunflower.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what she came out
Oh,
with.
that hurts my heart to hear that. That's so sad. Okay.
But I'm happy I was able to give her what she was looking for in the cover-up.
Wow. So let's talk about cover-ups versus removal, because I know people who have gone through the removal process, and it is really tough.
Yeah, I've gone through it myself as well. It's incredibly painful, very expensive, and it takes a long time to get rid of a tattoo.
And you may not really ever fully see a full blank canvas like your skin was before.
Right.
Do you need to do a certain level of removal ever to begin a cover-up? Is that kind of a factor at all?
Only sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes if a tattoo is too dark or has really bold black lines or is just large, you may need to at least get a few sessions in to lighten the tattoo so I can go in and cover it.
Yeah.
But it's not always needed. You know, a lot of the examples that you showed earlier, they didn't need to do removal.
Amazing. Well, you're such a beautiful artist. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Beautiful designs. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.